I know that feeling all too well. You're scrolling through endless listings, every projector looks crisp on the photo, the 5000 lumens badge shines like a promise, and the price tag seems reasonable. Then you get it home, set it up on a coffee table, and the image looks washed out, the sound barely fills the room, and you start wondering if you just bought a paperweight. That hesitation is why I wanted to dig a little deeper before I hit buy now, and I think the Panasonic VMZ50U actually clears up a lot of that uncertainty. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the thing that caught my eye was the portable claim. Panasonic has made the housing small enough to slide into a standard backpack, and the weight is light enough that you can carry it from a client site to a co-working space without needing a dolly. It isn't a throwaway mini projector that you toss on a desk and hope for the best. The build feels solid enough to survive the bumps of a daily commute. When I tried it on a train, the quick-release lens cover clicked shut with a reassuring snap, and the whole unit fit snugly next to my laptop. Resolution is where the VMZ50U starts to separate itself from the sea of budget options. At 1920x1200, it delivers a true WUXGA image, which is a step up from the typical 1080p you see on many portable units. The extra vertical pixels make a noticeable difference when you're displaying spreadsheets, architectural drawings, or high-resolution photos. In my home office, I ran a 30-minute video conference with a client, and the text on shared slides stayed razor-sharp, even when I zoomed in to point out details. For anyone who spends a lot of time presenting data, that extra line of clarity can save you from the embarrassment of a blurry chart. Brightness is another headline feature that people obsess over, and Panasonic rates this model at 5000 lumens. In a dimly lit conference room with blinds half closed, the image popped with vivid colors and enough punch to see the details without turning the lights off completely. However, the same projector in a bright, sun-filled classroom required me to pull the blinds down further than I'd anticipated. So the takeaway is, if you plan to use it in environments where you can control ambient light, small meeting rooms, home theaters, or darkened hotel conference spaces, it will perform admirably. In fully lit spaces, you'll still get a usable picture, but you won't be able to fill a wall-sized screen with the same confidence. Connectivity is where the VMZ50U feels surprisingly modern. It sports HDMI, USB-C, and a couple of legacy VGA ports, which means you can hook it up to a laptop, a tablet, or even an older desktop without hunting for adapters. The USB-C input supports both video and power delivery, so on a day when I'm traveling with just a charger and a phone, I can plug my laptop directly into the projector and keep the power cable count low. I also tested the wireless dongle option, sold separately, for quick screen mirroring, and the latency was low enough that I could scroll through a PowerPoint deck without any jitter. For educators who need to switch between a laptop and an iPad mid-class, that flexibility is a real time saver. The built-in speaker is marketed as integrated, and it does the job for small rooms. At about 5 watts, the sound is clear enough for a quick presentation or a short video clip, but it won't replace a proper audio system if you're planning a movie night or a full-scale lecture hall setup. I found myself plugging in external speakers for anything longer than 10 minutes of audio, which is a reasonable compromise given the trade-off for portability. If you expect the projector to be your primary sound source, you'll need to budget for a separate audio solution. Now let's talk about setup. One of the biggest headaches with portable projectors is keystone correction and focus adjustments. Panasonic's interface walks you through a two-step alignment. First you select the throw distance on the on-screen guide, then you use the focus ring while the projector auto-adjusts the image shape. The process took me under 2 minutes the first time, and the picture stayed square even after I moved the unit a foot to the left. There's no lens shift, so you do need to position the projector relatively centered for the best results, but the quick adjust feature mitigates that inconvenience. Who should consider this model? If you're a small business owner who travels to client sites, a teacher who needs to bring a high-resolution visual aid into different classrooms, or a remote worker who wants a reliable way to share a large screen during video calls, the VMZ50U hits the sweet spot. Its portable size, WUXGA clarity, and bright output make it a versatile tool for professional presentations where detail matters. Photographers and designers who need to showcase portfolios will also appreciate the extra vertical pixels for full-screen images. On the flip side, there are a few scenarios where you might want to look elsewhere. Home theater enthusiasts.